I've been doing a lot of logistical support, setting up for the experiment in the weeks beforehand. And then out here, I've basically been helping chase drifters and do CTD casts, processing some data. I worked for NOAA for several summers, about the last 3 summers, on their hydrographic survey vessel, Rainier. So I'd had that experience and really enjoyed it, and was looking to be involved in more of a field station, a land-based program. So the Science Center in Cordova really caught my attention, and I just got my master's degree from UCSB in coastal marine resource management. It's a professional master's program looking at bridging the gap between policy and research. So I'm very interested in getting a broad spectrum of experience that is looking at policy and coastal resource management and managers, things that like NOAA and resource users, and then looking at science and how that science can be applied to hopefully make life better for the people that use this resource, and also to help fix environmental problems and advance marine conservation. So that's my interest. Well, I've learned that there's a lot of complexity. I think I always knew that from the oceanography classes that I've taken. I think I'm just overwhelmed by the complexity of oceanography in general and how little we really know about these dynamics, and the incredible reliance on technology that we have as well. So, you know, it started out when we were throwing dye and oranges into the water and watching them and say, oh, which way is the water going? And, you know, we've advanced a little bit. Now we've got GPS in our big oranges that float around. And that's exciting because we can see a little bit more. We can look at it more. But I mean, essentially, we're still doing some very simple things, throwing things in the water and watching where they're going. And then, you know, seeing if that matches up with the complex models that we've created.
Probably cut from here to there, get those two, get that guy.
When you're out here in the field, regardless of if you can get an internet connection or not, regardless of if you can make your CTD upload data, which I seem to have a lot of problems doing all the time, you know, essentially we're just throwing stuff in the water and trying to take some measurements and seeing what we can glean from that. You know, see what we can learn, see what that tells us about biological distribution and abundance in population species, see what that tells us about possible oil spills, see what that tells us about salinity and oceanic currents in the Sound, and how that relates to the Gulf, and how that relates to glaciers, and how that relates to river runoff.